Salutations, my wonderful rafflers and rafflies of Scrap TF, and welcome to day 23 of our Scrap to Happiness project. That means we are 1 week away from doing this completely spontaneous project. Well, started off spontaneous, and just we're getting done. That's blowing my mind right now. I'm also running out of things to talk about too, but we'll make it. I'll make sure that we make it. So, today what I'd like to talk to you guys about is the difference between trying and doing. You see, I hear too many people say that they tried to do something, or that they're trying to do something, or that they will try to do something. I disagree strongly with the word try. Try is a word of failure. And you might say that sounds a little bit harsh, but put it into this perspective. Somebody who says that they tried to do something, that means that they did not complete it. That means, inevitably, people who try are failing, and that the people who are doing are the ones who are, being successful. So what I'd like for you guys to do is, instead of thinking that you're going to try something, I want you to do something. I want you to move the word try as far away from you as possible. Use it only where it is applicable, as in, a squirrel tried to climb up a tree and then it did not. I don't want you to be that squirrel. I want you guys to be the ones who are doing things instead of trying to do things. I feel like I feel as though that is a cop-out. Is that what they call it? I feel as though that it's putting yourself in a negative light to say that you're only trying to do something. It's easy to do things. And even if it's only small, little things, you've still done them. Trying gets you a little bit of nowhere. You might say, well, practice makes perfect. That's not true. Perfect practice makes perfect. If you continue to do something incorrectly, you will never get better at it. You'll only make yourself worse in that respect. If you keep doing things incorrectly, you'll never learn the correct techniques. That's simply what it is. So you stop trying to do something and you must learn to do something. You have to put it out of your mind that you're only trying, but that you're accomplishing something. Because I don't want you guys to go and feel like you've only done things half-assed. Pardon my vulgarity. It's, I personally disapprove of the word try. It's a silly word. I want you guys to remove that from your speaking habits. I want you to remove it from your thoughts as soon as possible. Either something is done or it is not done. Words of wisdom from Yoda, if you've ever seen Star Wars. Because I know somebody's going to make that reference somewhere. But he makes a point, even though, it's been around a lot longer than Star Wars, might I add. Oy. But I think you get the point. Don't try, do. And on a side tangent away from that, could people please stop using honestly in their conversations? Or I don't blame them. Sorry, let me put quotations so you know what I'm talking about. Honestly, or I don't blame them in their conversations. If you say, honestly, I feel this way about something, I know what you're trying to go for. You're trying to say, well, I'm giving you my honest opinion. But that in turn means that everything else that you've been saying beforehand has not been completely truthful. You should always be honest when you're giving your opinions, at least in my opinion. I understand that there are times that you might need to lie in life, and that's something that happens. Not gonna pass judgment here or there on that. But when you're giving your opinions, you should be honest. I don't want people to say, honestly, I think this way. Well, you should just say what you think. and then people won't have to guess if you're being honest or not. Or, if you are a compulsive liar, avoid the word honestly anyways. It just puts you under more suspicion. Because now people are always questioning whether or not you're honest. And I don't blame them. I blame people all the time for the way that they feel. If I went to a dentist and a dentist pulled out the wrong tooth and somebody said, I don't blame me for being angry, I do blame myself for being angry. Number one, that is my reaction. Number two, that is the result. I blame myself for being angry because that is what I did. I was angry. And I'm not using that in a real life example. I've never had a dentist pull out the wrong tooth. I'm just saying, what I'm trying to say is that you can't do the blame game with every single emotion. Oh, I don't blame her for being angry that he said this about the dress. I completely blame somebody for being angry or upset or depressed. Like, that is the way that they are feeling. Don't give people cops out. Don't give people cop-outs, if that's what they're called, I believe, about how they're feeling about things. Instead of putting it off passively, you should be there to either, comfort them or get them through the situation. It's so silly how many ways that we speak, at least in the English language, about pushing our emotions and... how we push our emotions and other inflicted situations onto other things. It's like, we don't say that I broke the bed by jumping on it. We don't put the blame on ourselves. We say, I was jumping on the bed and the bed broke. As in, it was the bed's fault. It's not. That's not what it is. I feel as though... I understand this is kind of a tangent and it's me just rambling on stuff, but it's important because the way that we speak and confer our thoughts to others, like with trying and doing, it affects how other people see us. If we're always saying honestly and I don't blame them, we're putting our blame and we're putting our emotions onto something else instead of accepting them. And if we're saying trying instead of doing, then everything that we're doing is becoming half-assed. Pardon my vulgarity. Again, it upsets me. The way you speak is very important. And people who say otherwise, as long as the message gets across, that's not appropriate. I don't agree with that at all. Your message should be conveyed in the way that you desire the message to be conveyed, not the way that they see the message. It's a bit upsetting. Kind of like when I went on the topic of people saying, I wish to do things. You don't wish. You do. You plan the steps. You make the path. If there is no path, congratulations, you're on the frontier. And then you do it. Well, I think that's enough of me ranting a little bit to you guys. Thank you all so much for watching. If you're interested in talking with me, I can't speak today properly, apparently. If you're interested in talking with me, my Steam profile link is in the description below. If you'd like to join up for some activities every now and again, check out the Space Barbers group. If you have done... If you've done any good deeds, please let me know in the comments. I'm trying to gather up a bunch of them for the final day, so let me know on that, good deeds that you've done, and leave any kind of, if these videos have helped you in any way, please let me know. I'd love to hear it. And I've heard it from a few people. I've talked to quite a few guys who said that I've been helping them out a lot with these videos, even though that they're poorly made and they're not that in-depth in conversation about what I'm actually trying to deal with, but I'm glad that in some meaning or fashion I am helping you guys. That makes me happier than you can understand. I know it doesn't sound like I'm too happy about it. I'm very stoic, unfortunately. I'd love to be way more out there and way more energetic, but that's not what I am right now, because I'm working on it. So, again, thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Hey.